Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guess what? We've reached 100 subscribers. I'm so happy about that. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I hope you are enjoying the videos and the hair drama. I hope you're enjoying the videos, and I hope you stick around and come and watch videos and comment and like and all of that. Yeah, I'm very excited about the 100. So I don't know how many of you know, but I'm actually a poet. I love poetry, and I actually find poetry as such a spiritual process for me. I guess the reason I'm sharing this is because I'm trying, something new on the channel. I actually want to share some of my poetry with you guys. I don't know if you would be keen for that. Have a listen. Let me know what you think, and if you want part 2 of this video and a part 3, probably part 4 too, I can definitely do that. But the reason I feel like sharing is just because I sent out my manuscript, my poetry manuscript, to a publisher. It got rejected again, but I know it's part of the process. It's part of the, it's the shit sandwich of being a writer. Your work will be rejected a million times, accepted once. So it's fine, but you still can't help but be in your feelings a little bit. Anyway, yesterday I went to a poetry festival. I spent my whole day there, and I was just feeling amped, and I was feeling inspired, and I thought, I'm recording a video today for my channel, why not share my work? Anyway, so I'm gonna share my work, 3 or 4 poems. Let me know what you think. Comment down below, would you like a part 2? Yeah, and that's it. So I have my poems over here, so I won't be looking directly at you all the time because I obviously have to read it. I hope that's not too awkward. So anyway, the first poem I'm gonna share is called Notes on My Wall. If you guys need me to explain any of these poems, or you want to have a discussion about them, please let me know. But I'm just gonna read them, really. Yeah, so this one is called Notes on My Wall. You are a tune by the Creator, a song that grew from a hum. Sometimes you are a falsetto, and others a roaring bass, but always an intentional melody. You are all the colors and formation, God painting a patent self-portrait, brushing breath into you. You are a swatch transmuted from a thought to a pulse. You are born out of a dance, the universe spattered into you. Your cells have an immortal rhythm that pushes you to your dreams and pulls you from your questions. So, unfold your hunched confidence and trust in what brought you here. Notes on my wall. And just a very quick explanation. This poem is about, we all have those days where we just don't feel like our life has meaning. We unsure about our purpose. We're unsure about ourselves. So I wrote this poem for myself, first and foremost, just to remind myself that whatever brought me here into this life has a purpose for me, and it was intentional. And so hopefully maybe one of you guys needed to hear that. Yeah, and that's Notes on My Wall. So this is a new poem. It's probably the last poem I've written, actually. It's called When Love Comes. Yeah, I'll read it and I'll explain a little bit about it. Yeah. When love comes, your loneliness is stagnant. When love opens a window, its smell will not be dispelled. It will rush to swirl around you, and you will choke on it. It will send you to your knees, but you must always love, even as you pick yourself up. Your depression is a liar. When love starts knocking, it will quickly introduce itself, then present a medley of stories that are drenched in melancholy. It will try convince your love that it is here to save you. But you know the stark truth. You are your only savior. Your self-esteem is unreliable. You are made of stark compost, but from years of experience, you know esteem will forget to remind you of this fact. So do not ask this of love. Rather, drape yourself in lace and flower-scented affirmations. Your brain is firmly obsessive. It will ruthlessly dissect love. You will find its limbs on the floor. There is no protecting you, love. Let the brain do its damage, but you must attend to love and mend it back together. Do this quietly, but often. So this poem is a reminder to myself. Again, it's about, it's really about when you get into a romantic relationship, don't then hand over the responsibility of loving yourself through loneliness, through depression, through your obsessive brain, through anything that is yours to work on. Don't give that job to someone else, you know, and don't expect those things to go away because you are now in a romantic relationship. I guess it's about self-love and self-care, and that work continues, and it will always be our responsibility, regardless of where we find ourselves in life. It is our responsibility, and that's what the poem is about. Let's read a happy one after that. I don't know. I'm just really randomly choosing poems. So the next poem I'm going to read is called Surrender. I really love this poem. I hope you love it as much as I do. Yeah, Surrender. Surrender. Surrender to the surge of coldness. When the warmth rests behind the earth's ears, put down your arms. Let your limbs hang into a puddle on the ground. Surrender. Surrender. Bury yourself deep in the dark that you fall into when you've hit the rock of emotions your roots seek but you fear. Give into the gravity of the unlit till the light knows you are home and starts flickering back on. Surrender. Surrender. Let the storm of dying leaves catch up with you. And as they go to respite, allow them to take you with. Go home, wither and die. Return to the stillness of the soil, of the peace, and between the notes the flowers sing as they bloom. Surrender. Surrender. Unladen yourself of reactivity. Evaporate and join the clouds in their rest above the sky. Surrender. Surrender. I love the poem so much. I mean, this is one of the poems. You know, I've got some poems that it just even feels weird taking credit for them, if that makes any sense. I feel like this poem was, I don't know, man. This poem was written through me by something else. There's some work that I labor over, and this was not one of them. This poem came during a time where I was just like struggling, and a lot of us go through that, right? Where we're struggling with the current moment. It's not where we want to be. It's not who we want to be in that moment. And this poem came to me as a way of saying, just surrender. It's part of life. You have to go through it. You have to go through the darkness. You have to go through winter. You have to go through what you don't want to go through. Just surrender to it. And yeah, and I just hope this poem brings anybody who's going through a hard time, or, you know, just going through shitty stuff, because life can be shitty sometimes. This poem is just to remind you that it's just part of life, love. Just go through it. And as much as we need the sunshine, we need the darkness, you know. There's growth that happens in between. Anyway, look at me going on and preaching. Girl, I ain't here to preach. Shall we read one last one? I want to read a happy one. The last poem I'm going to share with you guys is called This Resurrection. This resurrection. The quiet of my mournful skin is the pleasure I've longed for some time. And now I sit soaking in rest like the wars never happened, like I never wished myself away. I do not know how I arrived here. One day I was amid the bustle of a mind knotted with ghosts and a body gnawed by words. There wasn't much of me left. I was plucked to thinness. I hardly recognized my face with its many cavities. But now my mournful skin sings songs of salvation. I am gently shaded, showered in low tones of relief. I am covered in ripples of spring. How wonderful this feels. How wonderful this feels. This resurrection. Yay! Oh man, I love this poem. I know it sounds very freaking cliche, but like I said, man, poetry for me is my process, man. Poetry is my process. Yeah, this poem, I mean, I'm sure you can tell, the poem is really about, after so many years of fighting with yourself, you know, after so many years of grieving for yourself, you finally come to a place where you're okay with yourself. It feels like a resurrection, because it feels like there was some kind of death and now there's some kind of revival. Anyway, yeah, that was this week's video. But before I say goodbye to you, I just want to let you know that I am finally done reading this book by Teju Cole, and I am reviewing it. Literally after this video, I'm making another video to review this book. So if you're into this and you want to hear my thoughts, it might be a little controversial, but come back for it. Also, I just want to let you know that I'm reading this. Finally, I know everybody has read it at this point, but I'm really not about that hype life. So finally reading Zadie Smith's Swing Time, and I think I'm almost halfway. So my point is, come back for this. I am going to be reviewing it, and what I can say so far is that I'm loving it. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, so that's it, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend who likes these kind of videos, who likes talking about books, to come check me out. And thank you very much for 100 subscribers. Okay, I'm out of here. Mwah. Bye.